We have arrived, Dreamo. Would you please introduce our two competitors?
Well, certainly. Gladly. In the bottom left, going into this match as the favorite, the most legendary player of all time, the most decorated as well, from Korea, the 5th race is Moon. And the top right, a new school player fighting through the ranks, peaking at the moment, looking really strong recently, looking to make finally the big name for himself from China, is Colorful.
All right, we talk a lot about Colorful and we talk a lot about the Bears, but I want to mention that this guy is also incredible when it comes to holding these AP pushes. That wasn't always the case. Foggy beat him quite a few times with that, even on the Chinese pink playing from the Ukraine, but Colorful got a lot better with that, and of course a big pillar of that defense is the Demon Hunter. We get exactly what we anticipated. We get the bottom mask from Moon, and we get the Demon Hunter probably into Bears by Colorful. The Demon Hunter also kind of a good carry in the early game, packs a punch, can tank a lot, mana burn, not too impactful here, but if you pair him with the Tinker on early tier 2, that's a very good combo against the style of Moon.
Yeah, and the question is, what style exactly is Moon going to be playing? There's a couple of options, right? The most popular is to creep bottom level 3 and then push with hunts, APs, glaives, something like that, at around 40 to 50 supply, maybe even going up into upkeep. That is what we see the most, but it's not the only option there is. You can also creep first with a bottom, get map control with hunts, and expand quickly. Dude, for a second I thought bottom right there was a Tree of Life already. That would have been sick, but no, it's an Ancient of War. Positioned interestingly. Not very aggressively, but rather between two pretty big yellow camps where a lot of experience could be gathered.
Yeah, this is indeed interesting, and it's not really clear what his plan is from this position. It's a little further away from Colorful's base than it is the base to base, but it could support a nice attack from the right hand side, for example with APs or something. Could also be just for creeping. I mean, Moon in mirror matches, we've seen him go bottom into Bears, which makes absolutely no sense, but he won that thing even though it shouldn't work on paper, so kind of hard to predict.
Yeah, that was a super cool game where he used the bottom to get full map control on Amazonia, soaked up the map, but didn't feel confident enough to finish the game and just went into Bears instead in the late game. Of course, if this game reaches 70, 80 supply, Bears will always be the best units, pretty much no matter what. But the bottom is going to try to get ahead early before that, and it's going to start a pretty big creep camp right here. If you want to play bottom, you need to get that level 3 fast and make use of that level 2 aura. And Colorful, he's not seeing too much. The Demon Hunter is very cautious, staying close to his base. Archers have to be protected, you can't lose those. So he's only scouting with the Wisp right now on the left, but he's not seeing much. He's certainly not seeing this Tree of Life coming up here at the gold mine.
Nice call, mate. Maybe Moon is getting triggered by Todd's interview question there, where he said, oh, you don't surprise us too much anymore. Boom, there you go. Bottom Hunt expansion. The Wisp is gonna see it now. It's not too late after he dropped the Tree of Life. So what can he do about it? He does have a Demon Hunter who's of course very, very mobile, especially paired with the boots or staff. And archers, as we saw from Moon yesterday against Lin, can do some good damage as well.
Demon Hunter getting stronger and stronger. Would love to get that level 3 quickly. Not necessarily for the mana burn so much. It's not that good against the bottom, which is a big reason why she's good against Demon. But just for stats, it's valuable. And did you see the drops? He got Slippers and Agitome +2. So this Demon Hunter is getting stronger and stronger.
Did you see Colorful's base? He's building a Tree of Life next to the Tree of Ages. Yeah, man. I was 100% sure this is the lore or something. But he is expanding. He's building a base in his base.
Okay, Exhibit. What the hell is going on here? What is this build? Is he just massing archers? There is the Tinker second, which is a good option nowadays. Demon Hunter scoured the expansion again, but hunts are around. It's not going to be a cancel. And this Potom dude is already looking scary. We've seen some level 6, level 7 Potoms before, and that Searing Arrow nail does the most damage out of any orb in the game.
That is absolutely true, Remo. 10, 20, and 30 extra damage on top of the already high damage. We also see the staff, and Colorful uses it to get out of that situation here. Couldn't do too much damage here. Bought a little time for the Tinker, but he has no level 2 yet. Potom, man, double claw. This is nasty. Plus 18.
These right clicks.
Yo, they're good.
They are no joke. And you know, suddenly this mana burn is actually pretty good to at least diminish the damage of the orb. But it's also going to be backed up by the claws and the aura. Demon Hunter taking the man fight here. Well, fighting a woman in this case, I guess, but with the hunts around, not going to be too good. And Moon is playing this map super well. Stealing this camp, the rest of the experience away, the merchant is a big deal. That also opens up scrolls for him, which are going to be available at daytime.
Okay, Colorful has no Nature's Blessing. Whatever he wants to do with this tree, it will take a long time. Nature's Blessing is not even cute. He's gonna get Dryad soon with the 1 lore up. Is he seriously walking this tree over to the left-hand side's expansion? That thing's gonna arrive on Monday.
And this Demon is still not level 3 yet. While the Potom keeps on creeping close to level 4 here. Is Moon going to transition into anything? Or is this just going to be hunts and archers? So at the moment, we see only those. 1 upgrade, 1 attack upgrade is what we see as well. So not the biggest commitment yet into those upgrades.
Yeah, this feels like game 1 of a grand final, right? Nobody is committing too hard. Both are testing the waters. Both are not playing 100% according to the meta. Trying to trick their opponent a little bit. Trying something cheeky. And we'll see who has the better end of that sad game. Improved bows coming. Moon now mining from 2 bases. Not forgetting about a Wisp, which is pretty good, I guess. No tier 3 tech by Colorful. And the tree is almost there. Moon has no idea,
already.
right?
I don't think so. But I think he's going to be aggressive before too long. If he's not facing an attack, something must be ringing for him. Something's off. Something's weird. Because normally the attack must be coming in sooner rather than later. I'm also very surprised that we don't see any scrolls yet. Normally the Potom will always go for those scrolls quickly, but no, not yet. He got the big healing potion. And gonna go for some more mercenaries. Here we go. Moon now into upkeep with a scary force.
Boots of Kel'Thalas will help the Demon Hunter a little bit more armor and especially more damage. Potom 1 heal scroll only, no protection, can of course be dispelled. But yeah, lots and lots of piercing damage in this army. Really not too many hunts, and I like that. Because the hunts, they fall to archers really quickly, and the archers do more damage to dryads, which are the follow-up build for Colorful. And Moon now has arrived at Colorful's expansion, which he thought would be safe, but no expansion is safe when you're up against Moon.
The Demon Hunter leading the charge. He's very strong. 35 agi, almost 12 armor. But he's the solo frontliner. The archers in the back, they're gonna have a much tougher time, I imagine. Potom also tanking lots of damage, but Moon realizing he can make use of that big healing potion that he found earlier. And Colorful perhaps putting damage on the wrong target there. The Demon gonna pop that Ankh. So both survivability items are out already. And it's evasion level 2, by the way. So this Demon is really tanky indeed. But the Tinker died! The Potom's 5, and this push might just end the game right here.
Boy, this Potom is so strong. The Searing Arrows, the Demon Hunter is getting burned, and game 1 goes to Moon just like that.
And this is why he's the best of all time here. He takes a matchup where it's become very clear how you have to play against Demon. When you play Demon Hunter against Potom, you make Tinker seconds, you wait for your power spikes, you try and take good fights. Eventually, you make it to bears. And he completely flips that matchup on its head. He says, I'm going to expo very early in a corner. I'm going to do it where it's very hard for you to attack. I'm going to get level 3. And then I'll go for a timing with mass archers and Potom. Like I talked about this before. He uses what he learned on the WC Champions ladder, seemingly. I mean, I'm only assuming here. And also from what I talked to him about it. It's so insane that he's able to use every single one of his practice experiences so well in tournaments and delivers so consistently with it.
He absolutely does. Will Colorful be able to strike back in his first DreamHack Grand Final, or will Moon claim the 2-0? We're gonna start Amazonia after a little break. Very good start for Moon into this grand final. Only 2 maps away from claiming another DreamHack title. This next one is Amazonia though, and that might be very, very different.
Or it may be more of the same. That's going to be the big question actually heading into this map, because the last 3 times that they played on Amazonia, Moon every time went Priestess first, Colorful went Demon first, and Colorful won those 3 maps each time. When it went into a longer game, there was always a Tinker second, which is the standard against Priestess. And on the other side, Moon added a Naga as second. So Moon, he's got a big decision here. Does he try and perfect the build that he's tried before and didn't work the last 3 times on Amazonia? Or does he flip the script yet again and say, okay, challenge accepted. I'll go Demon Bear. I'm Moon, after all. Why wouldn't I go Demon Bear? Why should I be afraid of you?
That's why we got taught here, for the good insights. That is indeed a good question, man. Kind of curious if the Tinker was a good choice on map 1 after he saw all these arches. Then Pocket Factory Snipe can be a lot easier. But in a normal game with a push like this, Tinker is the right choice. Maybe we will see the right strength here. Colorful's momentum stopped a little after the clean 3-0 over Focus in the semi-final. Now his first map loss today. Let's see if that impacts him in any sort of form as we move on to map number 2. This time we got Moon in the red, upper right hand side of AZ, and from south to north in the yellow is Colorful.
I'm looking at the altar, above which it says Moon 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 4 choices to pick from for heroes. Which one is he gonna go with?
Demon Hunter.
Demon Hunter.
He is indeed a script flipper today. So it's a Demon Hunter game that indicates a lot of bears. Open the zoo, Remo.
I think we're gonna have some mauling going on here soon with these bears. Moon in the past on the right map, on defensive maps like Terran Stand, would oftentimes play Mass Dryad Expo against bears on the other side. Amazonia is pretty much the smallest map we have, the hardest to expand map we have as well, or one of the hardest, so that seems very, very hard to pull off. So yeah, this does indeed smell a lot like bears.
Yeah, this is gonna take a little while then, of course, until we arrive at tier 3. And then the question is, will they fight, or will they just Zeppelin drop and aim for each other's bases?
Yeah, that's something we've been seeing a lot, especially on this map here, where just one Zeppelin being parked can be a big deterrent and can make things very difficult with the Bear Doom drop. Demon Hunter for Colorful here getting level 2, no denies, but lost 1 wisp to the creeps, unfortunately, with a lightning shield, but not the end of the world. Tech timing should be very similar between the two, and the items are also pretty comparable.
Circlet Mantle. Mantle always good for the second hero. Claws and Gauntlets for Moon, which makes him the better fighter at the moment. More damage, more HP. Not too bad. And the techs have started pretty much the same time on both sides.
Trying to figure out what tomes they got. Wait a minute.
Okay,
Yeah, so Moon got the Strength tome, and
Town is under siege.
Colorful got the Manual of Health for 50 HP. Every little thing, you know, every little thing matters. Every book you read makes you a little smarter, Neo. A little bit.
Every book.
Even if it's the mad...
Yeah.
God damn it. What are these comics called again? I forgot. These silly comics. It wasn't Mad Men. What was it called again?
Mad
Max?
Magazine.
No, that was not. Mad Magazine. That's the one, exactly.
Dude, the two spies.
Things of our
So good.
childhood.
Exactly. We have a little bit of a stare down here at the trolls, but Moon is just waiting for Colorful to start this. Feels like Moon is one step ahead.
Yeah, sneaky play. The nighttime ambush. Even the Night of Mirror, we see it sometimes. And that bit more damage that is now on the demon means that Moon should come to all-out fight here. Would have the slight upper hand.
Okay, Archer
Archers
Wars.
against 4, we're even in that regard.
I just want to contest this, just want to stop creeping up the opponent.
Dude, look at the... He's going for the Expo. On AZ! Moon! You madman! And no Hunter's Hall!
There's one.
Okay, there it is now.
Okay. We see the second circlet here by Colorful. Will he read this? There's a Hunter's Hall for the Chinese as well, but no Expo on his side while the brawl continues here. Under regular circumstances, there should be no kill right there. So, yeah, Expo Triad play, man.
Yeah, earlier I asked the question, how is Moon gonna use his great intellect? How is he gonna outsmart a Knight of Mirror? It's so hard when you're just gonna go into Bear Mirror. Well, the answer is, you don't go into Bear Mirror. You play Bottom, you play Hunts, you keep your opponent on his toes, and you play with expansions. You try to get ahead with smart play and then utilize that economic advantage. As we see a Naga second. which should be followed by a Naga second on the other side, but it is Moon now getting the camp here.
And this is always a little bit of a tricky situation in Knight of Mirror. You both want to go for the Tavern, you both want to go for the Naga. And Colorful has a little bit of map control, now claims the orange spot, while Moon is only getting the trolls right here. But he wants to stay close to his base anyway. Wisp, by the way, confirmed the expo, if I saw that correctly. So Colorful knows he's under a little bit of pressure, and he knows what's coming.
Yeah, it's a very unusual strategy to see on this map. So how is he gonna adjust to it? He could just stay tier 2, mass Dryads, and try to prevent this expansion at all costs. But that comes at a price. If that push doesn't work out, if somehow you're gonna get the shorter end, then you're pretty much lost. He could counter expand, but that would be later. Or he could go to bears. And we all know he loves bears, but we don't see a tier 3 yet.
Yeah, maybe charge up and then go for the bear. Attack should still work out because the tree has to move over. You have to entangle, you have to creep, you have to entangle, you have to get all the wisps in. That does take some time before you can mass these Dryads. Archer battle in the middle. Moon is losing the first one.
Yeah, this just looks like a lot better for Colorful here, this exchange. The Naga in a bit of trouble, but not too much, as it seems. Moon forces the heroes back first, then he can go for the Archer. The Demon Hunter is probably going to have to TP here. Was trying to create as much space as he could before, but that TP is gone. He got an Archer kill for it, and he got the expansion now finished and starting to eat its way through the trees.
Okay, is that the camp, the Cobalt camp for Colorful? That would be at level 3 Demon Hunter, I guess. Pretty close, depending on if the Naga is around or not. And Colorful decides to go for tier 3 while Moon is continuing to contest this camp.
It's a big bit of experience and items here. Naga finally coming back from the main. Both Nagas still have mana to work with. And the last hit goes to Colorful. He stole it. But the item, the ring, will go to Moon.
More experience here for Colorful. This is important. Amazonia, of course, a map with not too many creep camps. And this was one of Moon's. You can't really give that up. And this is a dangerous creep spot now. Colorful, are you willing to interfere with that? Not really, I guess. Waiting for his upgrades. Doesn't want to run into Dryads. Or is he?
There's no Nature's Blessing, by the way, so this Tree of Life is a little more squishy than it could be.
Whoops.
And yeah, this is the issue of AZ. How are you gonna pull off this creep now?
Yeah, good question. Moon will probably find an answer, but Colorful will buy time. And that's all he wants. He wants time for the tier 3, for the bears, maybe an orb.
Player's forces are
And he's getting
attack.
close.
Moon wants to connect now, commit I should say, to the Expo creep, but Colorful, shouldn't he be attacking right now? Falling back, that almost looks like a mistake. Moon counting his blessings right now that he's not being messed with here. Look at how low the tree was, and this could have been the perfect flank on the Archers and Dryads in the back. But lucky break here, I guess, for Moon, and he gets a big healing potion, which is amazing, considering he's not going to have any healing from bears. He's going to have only Dryads.
Yeah, he can tank quite a lot, and Colorful got redo for that. Got the shop. Did he went for something here? No, but oh, Wand of Illusion can be great. Against Mass Dryads, not so much as it would in a Bear Mirror, but might still get some attention and soak up some damage. Master training for the bears, almost done. Colorful is going for the push now.
Abolish magic now coming in for Moon is going to be important against those illusions. He went for bear adept training, by the way, Moon did. Does he just want to throw in 1 or 2 bears on adept form? That is some pretty expensive healing, but maybe it's going to be worth it. Moon into upkeep instantly. Wants to have a big army right away.
Yeah, he has to, I think. Need more Dryads, tier 2 versus tier 3. And then the question is, can Colorful connect to these Dryads? Moon, of course, the best Dryad micro in the world. If he pulls back at a perfect time, theoretically, Colorful shouldn't be able to hit him. Another creep spot, another creep going to Colorful, and boom, that's the Dryad gone, because Colorful, of course, has some crowd control of his own.
In the meantime, for Moon was getting that heal scroll. This is really hard to do for Moon. He needs to kite. perfectly, which of course Moon usually does. He's so good with the Dryads. Demon are exchanging mana burns. Here come the Wand of Illusions. I guess he doesn't have to care about them if he just ignores them. Adept or Abolish is finished. But we have a couple more losses here going Moon's way. Demon Hunter in trouble. Has the big healing potion. May have to use it. Wisp coming in for the detonate. Now he knows which ones are fake.
Rejuve.
Shop.
Healing up the Demon Hunter again. Staff is off cooldown in 3 seconds, and he can commit with his Demon Hunter again. Lots of roar used, and Colorful is pressuring this build hard. Fork Lightning used as well. The Moon. This opponent is on cooldown for 1 more second. Needs it now. Gets it in time.
There's no staff to save him here, by the way, but Colorful doesn't like the look of things anymore. He's going to TP out. Has he actually lost anything, Colorful? It seems like he didn't really. He's still staying at 50. He had 600 gold. Now he's pumping into upkeep. 58 supply and more bears coming. But Moon, of course, on 2 bases, but he used a lot of items there to hold on.
2 potions, gets another one here. Naga now level 2, so he can use the Fork Lightning of his own. Has access to the shop now for more healing. Still waiting for the bears. Do you think this bear adept was a misclick? Because like there's no bear and there's no tier 3.
Yeah, it kind of looked that was perhaps just a little muscle memory error. It is not really expensive, so it doesn't cost him so much. Perhaps in lumber a little problematic. But the bigger problem is Colorful is even in supply and he's got the stronger bear tech. 1 upgrade on these Dryads only. And Moon is gonna have a very tough fight here on his hands.
Can he flank? If one can do it with Dryads, it's certainly gonna be Moon. Closer to his base, can use Moonwells, can get faster reinforcements. Oh, actually can he not, because there's no Moonwell ready. Supply blocked at the moment. Colorful, can you break Moon now?
6 bears in the front line. It's just so hard to kite against all this. Looks like it's a little bit too hard, maybe. Heal scroll used, but Moon could just... He's not getting out any damage, really. He doesn't return any damage to the other side. Of course, for Colorful, this is much easier to micro, and he might be getting the equalizer here, especially if the demon dies, which he shall. GG called, 1-1.
And Colorful, if he can kick into full gear with Demon Hunter Bears, we see the difference here. He looked amazing that whole game. He harassed at the perfect time. I agree with you. It did feel a little weird that he disengaged when Moon was trying to creep the expansion, but it worked out perfectly in the end. He got extra gold from creeping the merchants, got to 50 supply, fought for as long as he could before his army was going to be in real danger, town portaled out, regrouped, broke upkeep, and then he was just kind of equal with Moon in upkeep, which is pretty disastrous for the player that has the expansion. And not having Moonwells, that gauntlet of strength really hurt me to see on the Demon Hunter the whole game, because Moon never dropped it every time that he healed, because he had to heal very quickly because of all that was happening. And that definitely is something that maybe he could have done a little better. But yeah, Colorful showing why he's so strong at Demon Bear. And now, Moon, he tried to play differently on Amazonia because he lost the last few maps that he played on it with Priestess into map 3. Does he go back to Potom? Does he feel like he's met his maker with Demon Bears?
That might be possible. Both players' game plans here so far working well on their own map. Moon on Autumn Leaves, Colorful on Amazonia. The next one is again a Moon map, and that's a new map, and that is Tidehunters. After a little break, who's gonna claim match points in the grand final? We're back at the grand final in DreamHack Summer Asia after Moon took the first map. Colorful is fighting back. It's not going to be a 3-0 grand final. Really cool to see that he's not giving up and fights back. His maps, his points. So far this is working out for Colorful. Now we go on to a map that he's not too familiar with, as he said, with Tidehunters.
Yeah, and they've never faced on that map as well. I feel like it makes it likely that Moon might try again to play with that Priestess build that we saw him in the first game with. And perhaps the Archers again. I think it would be kind of crazy if we somehow shifted away from the Priestess Hunt meta and went into a Priestess Archer meta to try and counter the Demon Hunter Tinker. I mean, game one, it worked beautifully. Like, of course, not just because it worked in one single game doesn't mean, you know, it's the thing to do every single time. But it looked super convincing back then. So very curious if Moon attempts that again. We have yet to see Demon Bear against Demon Bear. You know, that was Demon Hunter Naga here, but he was trying to play with Expansion and Mass Dryads on one of the maps where it's the hardest to expo here, Amazonia. And that expo was really delayed for Moon. So still a lot of options on the table. And we'll see which one he picks and thinks is best here on Tidehunters.
Map 3 at a 1-1 score. Whoever wins this map has match points in a very comfortable situation going into map 4 and 5, which would then be Echo Isles and Northern Isles. If we go full distance, would be a fitting end to the summer circuit here at DreamHack if we get a 5 mapper. And now we have arrived on Tidehunters. One of the 2 new maps, Terranastan and Twisted Meadows, out, as we said a couple of times already. This one and Autumn Leaves got into the pool, and so far they're making a very, very good case. Players seem to like them. They're not vetoed too much. They're picked a lot even. So who's this better for? Is it Moon? Is it Colorful? It's map number 3. We got Moon in the red, upper left-hand side of Tidehunters, and in the bottom right in the blue, we got the challenger in Colorful.
I feel like we don't even have to look at Colorful's altar. We know what's gonna come there. We know. Come on. But Moon, what's he gonna do? I think I'm on the same page as Todd. This map is unfamiliar, kind of, still, to Colorful. He's been vetoing it a lot in the mirror, especially. And it's a pretty big map, especially compared to AZ. So Potom Expo, I think, looked really good on the first map. So why not do it again? Unless he wants to play a bit of a fake out, pretend that he's fast expanding, and then come for a push instead. Flip the script that way. But, you know, if Moon is trying to expand on AZ, it feels like he's going to be trying to expand every time.
Right, especially with his big love for Dryads. He can make it work. We'll see if it goes this way. There's also other options like a mass range push at early stages of tier 2. But yeah, feels like this is not in the equation for the grand final. Neither is the Warden, by the way. I feel like we have to mention this because it did happen in grand finals where Moon played a Knight of Mirror against Lawlion, where the hero rotation changed from Demon Hunter to Potom, sometimes even Keeper, and then when you know that your opponent isn't going Demon Hunter, then Warden is an option, but Colorful, with picking the Demon Hunter all the time, no chance for that hero.
I think Colorful is glad whenever he's not playing against Human, because then he can play Demon Hunter, which is great. Not always as a first hero, but, you know, as a second hero, if nothing else. And starts off here well as well. Claws of attack to start with for the demon. He can go for the next item right away at the gold mine. Stacking the demon is super powerful. And if you get some slippers, gloves, claws, something like that, this demon is going to be a big threat. As Moon also grabbed the first camp, got a ring, which is pretty unfortunate. And we're going to see a second Ancient of War again, close to an expo position.
Yeah, Potom, unlike other ladies, doesn't really like the rings too much. Circlet, man, this is already a stacked Demon Hunter. Ancient of War here at the choke. And Colorful not teching yet. Does he have a right read with that? Oh, slow on the Archer, but Potom can't really capitalize despite the Searing Arrow. Catches a couple of hits here. You don't want to go in an infight with the Demon Hunter that early. Here comes the tech by Colorful. And Moon starting to mass.
And as always with a demon, you're gonna try to stack him up. You're gonna try to rely on him to be your anchor in the army, the most powerful piece to cruise you along to victory, or at least until you have a lot of bears, which are also really good. So Moon is trying to annoy and delay with Apodum as much as he can right now, keep tabs, and once there's like 4 hunts out, then Moon's gonna have map control, and then it's gonna be really hard for the Demon Hunter to do much. And I wonder, isn't Colorful maybe running around a little too much right now? At the moment, he could be creeping the green camp, especially the one where he just passed with the archers, but he's being super cautious even before hunts are out.
Getting dust as well. Is he expecting a sneaky play? Moon is checking some options here on the left-hand side of the map. Okay, goes to the turtle now. That's, for us, of course, an obvious one as we see the movement. Moon's hunts are streaming in and he's still not attacking and there's no expansion coming. So is this a push this time?
Targeting gonna be important here. Quickly moving back these archers. If they get blocked on the way home, they can definitely be killed. The first archer does get killed. Oh, and that's level 2 as well. Big deal right here. But only 1 archer lost. That is still manageable. But if 2 or 3 go down, that's where you really get into problems.
Yeah, I don't want that, that's for sure. First attack upgrade is coming for Moon. He has to decide soon if he wants to attack, right? But so far the resources don't indicate that. Moon hanging around in the middle of the map, doesn't want to give the Demon Hunter anything, especially not the level 3. But we're getting very, very, very close to tier 2 for Colorful. Ooh, surround opportunity,
Playing around
maybe?
Ultra Vision so nicely here. With his vision advantage, Moon was doing a great job. The Demon Hunter, though, is returning the favor, doing quite a bit of damage here himself. Normal damage for the hunts is stacking up, but the bottom extremely low now.
Okay, Colorful arrives on tier 2. So is it the Tinker? Yes, Moon did pick the Tinker himself against Sock. That didn't work out too well. But of course, very, very different situation. Look at this block. Excellence by Moon. He's doing good damage here.
Yeah. And I gotta say, this was a bit of a sloppy early game by Colorful. He was running around chasing the Potom unnecessarily at the very beginning. He could have crept this green camp easily before a single Huntress was out, but he delayed it and he got his comeuppance for it. He didn't get the camp and he lost 2 archers. Very unnecessarily. Oh my god. The third one is not gonna be slain by the creeps, thankfully. And now Moon is gonna take the turtle. Good experience there. After he can creep the middle pretty easily. And then at daytime, we're gonna have heal scrolls become available.
Okay. That is, of course, good moon juice drained. Night is almost over. It will still take some time for Colorful to really be online with lores. Maybe even tier 3, or he's just focusing on Dryads himself. Moon is still not attacking. He has to push at some point.
Yeah, he's getting the 5th Moonwell here for 6 supply capacity. That is a very clear tell that there won't be an expansion, at least not too soon. Almost surrounding the Demon Hunter. Oh, that was close.
It feels like Colorful is playing with fire a little bit, but of course with this he's also buying time for the Dryads to come online. And the little moon juice to get back. Also a shop for potions. He will maybe need them. And Moon is transitioning into glaive throwers. So very, very soon we're gonna have an all-in.
And the question is Colorful gonna be ready? His Demon Hunter not very strong. Pocket Factory set up perhaps to creep. But if he knows if he gives Moon any time, he's gonna creep the middle. And in fact, that's gonna be happening right here. Pretty easy to do with hunts. Takes the damage of the piercing creeps on the bottom exactly right. Gets level 3, gets 1 scroll, and perhaps even a second. Oh, and 1 of illusions. It's also very good.
That is indeed good. We get Row of the Magi for Colorful. Big camp, lots of experience, but this item won't help him too much. A little bit of damage on the Tinker, but that's about it. So far, only archers. Dryads are coming in now. We don't see any wisps move across the map, if I'm not missing them. Glaives are hiding. For now, okay, you saw them now. Level 2 Tinker, not bad. Okay, second scroll.
A lot of archers.
Off we go.
Colorful might be able to hold this. Ideally, you want to have an Ancient of War in front with Nature's Blessing, but he's been just pumping out archers. That's going to be more important. Tier 3 tech cancelled. Colorful going all defense.
There was a lot of HP already, and Moon. Glaive throw is on the high ground. Can Colorful reach?
You can see the Zeppelin here, right?
Yep.
Oh, that's a stick play.
We've seen this before.
Colorful, was that the right call to creep this camp?
Yeah, giving Moon a Zeppelin. I mean, there's a lot of archers here, but okay. Repositioning pretty much immediately. Dryad splatters into pieces. Now he's hiding behind the buildings. Will that save him? Can everything connect?
It was a good TP to get the archers to safety, but how the hell is he going to deal with these glaive throwers now? Wisp coming in to detonate against the scroll of protection. APs coming in quite late, so Colorful has some more time.
Okay, but he can't go for new units as he's supply blocked for a bit at least. 2 hunts kind of low, 3 hunts kind of low. That heal scroll has value. But the Dryads, man, there's no match for these glaives.
3 hunts here, pretty low, but the archers are doing a good job, man. The archers from the back are doing a real fine job. And the hunts so far not able to threaten them. Now they're going in, diving past the Demon Hunter. Oh my god, but so many units for Moon about to drop. Wait a minute. Colorful might be holding this.
Yeah. Looks really good for him now. The buildings might fall, but the front line for Moon is gone. He was using the Wisp as a little bit of a meat shield. 34 supply. Super important to get that Moon wealth from Colorful, because otherwise he can restock on archers. Now the first AP is up.
The player's forces are under attack.
But the
It
Demon
seems
Hunter
like
doesn't
this is going to be broken by Colorful. He's pushing forward. Supply stuck, yes, but supply lead for him still. And this Demon Hunter just can't be dealt with. We finally see the Zeppelin now, but this might be a little too late. Some Dryads to fall, Potom low HP, but Colorful, this very much looks like his hold.
Don't underestimate Moon and the Zeppelin, but yeah, I totally agree with that. Level 4 Potom is nice, but she can't be part of a direct fight. Archers in the shadow of this AP, super cool. Moon is ready with the Wisp repair here to heal the glaive back up, but needs reinforcements.
Oh my god, this Wisp repair is absolutely crazy. Is he gonna save this AP? No way. Oh my god. Dude, suddenly so many archers about to drop.
2
I
kills.
think Colorful got a little overeager. Running out of the base when he wasn't under too much pressure. The Zeppelin play, the Wisp repair, absolutely clutch by Moon.
Man, without these Wisps, this would be so game. Now he keeps the glaive thrower in the game, and it feels like Colorful, like these archers are a little too fragile as long as there's still hunts. And this Potom, of course.
Demon Hunter. Wait a minute. If he gets surrounded here.
Staff.
Oh, there's a staff. Okay, I forgot about that one. Tinker close to 3. That would be a huge level up for him.
Oh, Colorful is
man.
only now going for the next Moonwell, and he's losing more and more. He can't go over 30. Moon is just breaking him with mass.
Oh my god, Colorful. He thought he held it. It was looking so good, but Moon, you can never count him out. And that single glaive still taking out the Moonwells. Another one is gone. The shop gonna be out of potions soon. And there's just no more healing for Colorful.
No more healing, no more reinforcements, no more Demon Hunter if things go or continue to go this way. The Zeppelin is just always there to pick things up, and it's always out of range of Dryads and Archers. This is so well done. The value of the Zeppelin.
Yeah, the Zeppelin and the Wisps really won this game for Moon. It was basically lost already. Colorful. Had he played it more passively, maybe could have won. He could have gone glaives himself, but he chased into the AP. The big mistake by Colorful, getting a little overeager. And that is a bit of impatience we see from these younger players sometimes.
Yeah. Inexperience. Moon, of course, with now 17 years of professional WarCraft. He knows exactly when to push and what to do and when a game is over or not. It takes so much to break him these days. He has a heal scroll, and again, this value is going to be crazy.
Look at the patience with the hunts. He doesn't want to go in too deep. He's using the cover of the AP and the glaive thrower, just like he shows against Orc. He's very patient. He doesn't go in too deep to feed all these hunts away. He was down to 100 at some point. Now, back up at 50 supply. Moon.
And these can be the mistakes.
This push, but Moon makes it work.
These can be the mistakes that cost you a grand final. How are you coming back? Like, Colorful is still stuck at 30 supply. He has to spend all his gold, or a lot of gold, on potions, it feels like.
A player's forces are under
He's just not
attack now
rebuilding the
under
moonwells. Where are the moonwells?
Needs to make them now to the right, and he does. Ooh. One Dryad going down, another Dryad going down. The Pocket Factory also taken out. It seems like now things are crumbling for Colorful. He has hardly any army left. This Zeppelin doing overtime. The Demon Hunter might be going down, but again, there is the staff. At least it's nighttime. At least the Moonwell juice is regenerating. But it seems like now Colorful may have taken too much damage.
Feel so too. Here's the next Moonwell, but only at 50%. Also hard to heal up because you get staffed into the main base and there's barely any moon juice left. The new fresh ones on the right-hand side. Ooh, Moon felt tempted to dive a little. But yes, he said so patient.
Late transition to archers. How cool is that as well, to have a bit more range that the Huns don't have to overextend.
Demon Hunter's dead. Is he not? Last bit of juice.
Big heal scroll again for Moon. It's 58 supply, and now it's just time to A-click in. It might be enough. Finally, Colorful almost with the hold, but Moon, he pulls a rabbit out of his hat. GG. How the hell did he do this? What a sick comeback by Moon in this game, which seemed so lost. But that's why he's the greatest.
Yeah, it looked like Colorful had held the push. There was such an interesting move done by Moon, by the way. Like when he had a lot of hunts, I think he tried to pretend that he wasn't going to go for an attack, which is what triggered the tier 3 from Colorful. He needed to heal a few of his hunts, and he sent all of them back home, almost as to pretend he was creeping a second hero, maybe like a Naga. Colorful saw this, and he saw one hero harassing him. He's like, okay, well, he's leveling on a second hero. He started tier 3, and then immediately after, Moon moved out with a glaive thrower and went for that big attack that we saw. But yeah, like if this is anybody else, I really don't think that they're able to win with this push here. Like Moon, perfect decision making, gets the Staff of Teleportation, runs home, heals, staff back into the fight, gets back in position. That save on the Protector, that's decided the game. If that Protector dies, it becomes so much easier for Colorful to actually hold and then just win this game.
In matches against Moon, it's not over until you see the GG, and now the GOAT has match points. 2-1 lead for the Korean legend. We have yet another break. Can Colorful make this a full-out best of 5, or will we have a new champion after map 4? Back at DreamHack, is that the last map we're gonna see from the summer season? Moon is going for the victory of yet another tournament title. If he wins Echo Isles, he's the champ.
Yeah, and Echo Isle, a map that's been around the longest, probably out of the maps that are still in the map pool. The last time that they played this in tournaments, it was in March. And Moon played Demon Naga, so standards. But on the other side, we had Demon Naga Tinker, so I'm not sure exactly what happened from seeing those heroes. Like, maybe he was using talents or something, I don't know. Or maybe it was just standard. Like, would you add the Tinker third? Not quite sure. Moon has to ask himself now, do I want to go for another Priestess style? Like, you saw how much hard work it took to make it work the last time. Or does he finally accept the challenge? Demon Naga Bear against Demon Naga Bear, pure mirror. I know Remo loves it. I know Neo loves it as well. Are we finally going to see it, guys?
Dude, I seriously love it. I kind of miss it here. Bear on bear fights can be incredible with the right items and the right situation here. But Moon, really not much of a bear player unless he has access to a Zeppelin, which is not possible on map 4, on match points, on Echo Isles. Alright, I'm really curious. This was the map where we saw a Warden mirror. If that happens, if Moon plays a Warden, he's a little suicidal. I mean, you do have a lead, you have a little bit of a fallback net with map 5, but you don't really want to throw an advantage like that away. Both engines of war at the mercenary camps for a couple of mercs. So what will we see in the altar? Demon Hunter for Moon and Colorful. Of course, a Demon Hunter as well.
Alright, we're playing Demon here. Double Demon. Doesn't have to be straight up one base Bear Mirror. AZ, we saw the Demon Hunter tried to be played with a Dryad expansion. Very hard to make work there. Expanding on Echo Isles, it's pretty easy. You're gonna get level 2 right away. You're gonna get some mercs. The Expo is easy to creep. The opponent can't really slow you down there too much. And then you can just expand on the spot oftentimes. Is that what Moon's gonna do? Or is he finally gonna accept the one base Bear Mirror?
Or will we see a whole different spin with mass range? I mean, you have access to mercs. You can get Shadow Priest, Berserkers very, very fast. Could put an Engine of War in front of all this and try to conquer the opponent's base. There's quite some options here in that mirror match.
Colorful pulled in the green camp and dispels the lightning shield. Didn't do that much. Maybe we'll see how the resources look at the end of the day. On the other side, also one wisp was lost. Okay, apparently this is just meta nowadays that the green camp gets pulled in, but the green camp doesn't do that much damage. The first item here is going to be a big deal. I was about to say Boots of Speed, but that's not the thing anymore nowadays.
Yeah, man, and then they should go for the
Ring of
Murloc.
Regen.
They should go for the Murloc camps afterwards to go for that sweet Tome of Experience, right?
Dude, remember Tome of Experience 150 XP once upon a time? That was ridiculous.
Rip.
Moon gets the best item possible if he wants to skip bears.
Yeah.
Ring of Regen for healing is gonna be sick.
On the other side, we have a Crystal Ball. That is not great, as the scouting is oftentimes just on point anyway. And Moon is expanding on the spot while he see that there was a scan. Is that a fake, or is he going through with it?
That's no fake. He's delaying his tier 2. He's delaying his tier 2 by a long time. But he must know it's getting cancelled. So he must know it's getting cancelled. He's gonna try to push back the enemy Demon Hunter, but he's super low HP already. Dude, how good is this Ring of Regen? Are you serious?
Plus the healing of the Shadow Priest, for sure. And Moon cancels this. Will he queue the tier 2 tech? Then he has some catching up to do.
Berserker.
Yes.
The Berserker.
Available now.
So
Colorful get it. Gets... Oh, Moon got the other side.
Alright, Colorful didn't have the resources to afford both. That would have been sick, but it's too expensive. Moon, is he gonna tech now? Yes, he is. Tech is slower by about 20 or 30 seconds, so not the end of the world. Might be able to get one kill here on the Shadow Priest. Oh, nice block. Great save by Colorful.
Oh, not bad. blocking Moon there is not the easiest task to do. But now, especially after a situation like this, like the Ring of Regen is paying off like crazy. You can save the trip back into the base, you can save Moon Juice. This health bar is almost looking yellow again.
Crystal Ball being used a second time. At least he knows where the opponent is. Moon has a decent experience lead. He's gonna get level 3 here. Item, Ring of Protection. Actually goes nicely hand in hand with the Ring of Regen. Damage reduction and healing over time. But again, he gets the cancel. Moon forced to cancel the expansion again. So that was well done by Colorful, but it comes at a hefty price of experience.
He traded the ring, by the way, for boots and staff. This is really nice for cancellations like this. Ooh, imagine he's getting... What's around there? Well, he got a staff, alright. So he's creeping the Murloc now himself, gets the circlet. That is very nice. Moon got the level 3. Colorful still has to catch up. And is that even enough?
Mana burn hurts. Important last hits right here. Really important experience. Berserker getting ensnared though.
Whoops.
That could be a problem. Oh, that's the big experience. That's the big experience that Colorful needs. And that's the first big mistake by Moon this game.
That's the missing piece of the puzzle. Moon gets the revenge kill with the Shadow Priest, but losing a Berserker. Boy, that really hurt. Engine of Lore coming for Colorful. Moon, of course, still catching up to that tech. We don't see any movement towards the tavern, which would be the usual play. But there's no keeper either. Ah, I guess we're getting it now.
Colorful has the read that Moon is doing the middle. Really good game plans by Colorful this time around. He can steal the last with the mana burn.
Oh,
And he gets it. He gets the experience, but not the item. That one is picked up by Moon. Will have to be sold here, I imagine. Dude, Colorful is playing a great game.
So like 3 misses in a row here. The opposite of Linsane's sword. And now we got our Naga ladies on the battlefield for both of them. And Colorful is pulling back. He sees, okay, you got the reinforcements of the Moonwells, and let's not fight for now until I got my Naga and Berserker reinforcements. Moon is going tier 3. Colorful, not yet, but he will be in a second, I guess. Yeah, there it is. We're getting our bear mirror, Remo.
Finally. And Colorful forces this bear mirror where he feels at home with really good aggressive play early. The Naga might be dropping here, depending if this slow is gonna last, but no, the boots transferred. Nicely done. With that, the Naga is safe. And the Archer is saved into Shadow Meld as well, at least for a little while. Oh, but the Berserker. That would be a costly loss, and I guess that one cannot be prevented.
Missed the ice arrows, so couldn't really create distance between Berserker and Demon Hunter. And now, I guess there's Naga on the menu. Okay, boots again.
Boots, though.
Yeah, boots again saving.
She should be fine. And the Demon looking for more kills. Maybe he can get the Shadow Priest. It might not even be worth healing the Shadow Priest. This takes so much Moon Juice, but
and it just turned daytime. Just turned daytime. But wait, is he stuck?
What's the Demon doing here?
Derping out like crazy. What the? What?
Oh my god, he could be getting surrounded now, but he does have staff. Goes into the middle. Dude, Colorful just has his knife between his teeth, man. He just wants to keep on fighting. He lost another Archer there in the mid. And Moon has a... Dude, supply lead and gold lead, and a pretty respectable one at that.
Okay, we're waiting for tier 3. We're waiting for the bear upgrades. Going a couple of dryads here is Colorful. Moon as well. Gets another ring. Super tanky now. We're getting close to Master Bears.
Upgrades then will be important. Hero levels, every little thing. Also, heal scrolls are crucial to get. Only one shop here on this map, of course. And that might be where Moon is heading next. South to get 1, maybe even 2 heal scrolls. He has a wand of mana stealing he could be selling. He's been keeping so far.
Shop control, very important indeed. Moon now getting one of the 2 unique spots on the map. While Colorful is kind of prioritizing Naga creeping now. Starts to harass a little bit with the Demon Hunter. Can't really kill too much here. Maybe a wisp or two. But yeah, there's a fight brewing as Master Training is finishing.
Dude, can he take out the shop? That would be sick before the orb.
Ooh. That should never be possible.
And there's a staff home, and that should secure the finish.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, but now the army for Moon caught out in the middle of the map. That might be one Dryad going down. Oh, yeah. That's gonna be a Dryad kill with that spear from the other Dryad. Not the end of the world, only 150 gold around. And okay, we're in the late game now, more or less. Mass Bears, who's gonna be favored?
Well, it must be colorful, right? He's so good with the bears. I keep on hearing that. It's interesting, by the way, that no one is really skipping Dryads anymore. They seem to be a little prioritized, of course, for the crowd control, but also with more redo. Dispel is more important, so a pure rush to Master Bear seems to be out of the equation at the moment.
I'm looking for the item at the shop, and that is the heal scroll. Skips the next bear for it, so 46 supply against 48. Colorful has caught up again. Still needs that orb though. That is an item you don't want to forget about.
It's a pretty good one. Lots of damage added. Moon getting level 4 on the Demon Hunter. Is someone getting close to Naga 3? Not really. Yeah, Colorful is sacrificing a lot of XP on his Demon Hunter throughout the entire game, basically. He got the expansion for it. Okay, but in the long run, how much of a difference will it make?
The town is under siege.
Yeah, not too many ways to be crafty in Bear Mirror to begin with, but when there's no Zeppelins, what are the smart plays you can go for? Something like this, distracting with the demon, I guess, and creeping in the meantime. Moon is trying to buy as much time as he can. Bottom right, Naga can certainly creep this camp with the bears. And there's not much experience left on the map.
Yeah, if Moon gets the bottom left turtle as well, that's a huge XP lead. And that should be a Fork Lightning advantage then, which is of course more damage in total. Moon still 50 supply, not going... Oh, is going for the Moon Wells actually.
The bear in the middle of the map, Moon pulls it back. That was very close. Naga slow, Dryad slow, could have been a kill right there.
Crystal Ball for Moon. Yeah, Colorful, it feels like he has to go for the turtle spot, but is he even aware that Moon just stole this? I don't think so.
He could perhaps anticipate it, because the Steam Hunter was distracting for a long time. And good with positioning, he sees the push towards their own main base. Moon, probably not going to commit here though. He just threatens an attack, falls back. Both still at 50.
Man, this epic battle of the two Demon Hunters, and now I think, okay, that's enough, that's enough. Just a little warm-up for later. A little sparring.
The level 3 Naga advantage and the level 4 Demon advantage. Is that enough for Moon to want to take the fight? It doesn't look like he actually does want to. There's one staff available. Can save the bear.
And he still
This
has...
will be oftentimes the time where you start denying archers and shadow priests to make room for more bears.
Oh yeah, more bears, more good. Moon still has experience on his side on the map, while for Colorful that's not really the case. Moon follows the bear into the base, by the way, but against Riju and Treens, no chance.
Naga was getting slowed a lot there by the Dryads, was kind of scary, but she does get out of range. Oh my god, Moon with his first hero!
Whoa!
Moon wasn't looking!
Miss!
He's gonna lose his Demon Hunter!
How many misses will we see? This could be a save, actually. Another one!
Oh my god, no way.
No way.
Dryads are
And
coming.
okay. There's no TP. Can something reach? No, because there's a mana burn kill. Colorful. Big opportunity here now. The door to map 5 is quite wide open.
Unusual mistake to see by Moon. He was
Player's forces
a little overwhelmed there with the multitasking. He had all his focus on the Naga, and the Demon Hunter chased into the base to fight against the Bear and Treants. Big mistake by Moon. But he still got the Naga level advantage, at least for a little while. But that's all going to be equalized here in a moment. Colorful bottom left is going to get the level up here as well. At the marketplace, by the way, Wand of Illusions are available.
Oh.
They're very popular.
Exactly. Ring of Region now at this stage of the game. Not as great as they are in the early game, but you won't complain about that, I guess. So yeah, now we end up on 4-3-4-3.
A player's forces
How are the
are
upgrades
under
so
attack.
far? 2-1 for Moon. 2-1 for Colorful. Both queuing the 2-2.
Moon's in upkeep already. Colorful is seeing the huge army, but he knows until the demon is back, he doesn't have to be afraid. So he can be greedy in no upkeep for a long time. This is gonna be a big economic edge for him later. He just has to properly identify when the demon is gonna be back. And that's why he's playing aggressive. He's got the boots, he's got the staff, he can always get back. He's trying to see the enemy demon hunter timing and trying to get as much gold as he can.
Yeah. Exactly. So how long can he stall? 1,000 gold
A player's forces are under attack.
in the bank already. Queuing another upgrade. Wellspring. Moon doesn't have that yet. So many bears. Oh my god.
That's the Bear Mirror, alright. One Dryad each, it seems like. Actually, two for Colorful. And two for Moon.
Moon's getting up to 80. How quick can Colorful catch up? It's only 2 production buildings. He's not stalling anymore. He sees, hey, there's a big force. There's a big pack of bears. What's a group of bears called? Are there groups of bears?
They're not really pack animals, right? So
Not really.
maybe not.
Ah,
Not
Chat
like
will
a-
tell what's right.
A murder of crows or anything like that. So, Colorful. Getting ready for the big attack. He's very low lumber, by the way. He may have to remake some more wisps.
And the Colorful just queued the 3rd defense upgrade. That's why. So I think it will even out in the long run. And he has to, or he could, spend gold on items. As you said, Wand of Illusion. Amazing. That's what he's going for? Absolutely. Heal scroll,
God,
protection
including
scroll,
illusions.
Wand of Illusion, and another heal scroll. Dude, Colorful is... It just needs a minute more, I think. And he's so ready.
We're gonna have like 28 bears, including illusions.
As I said, the more bears, the better. Big red Congo line. Moon
Alright, here
pushing
we go.
for the championship, but it's gonna be real tough.
Alright, these fights are always very confusing. It looks very even for a long time, and then one flank collapses, and normally that's how the game ends. Let's see who can set up this fight better. Initial position is just as important as the actual micro once the fight has started. So you need to make sure you get a good position, ideally with a bit of a concave.
Yeah, for Bear Mirror, there's one big rule. 20 bears clash, and in the end, Rudan wins. But of course, Legendary Serbian not part of this anymore.
I saw he's back in Serbia apparently, but haven't seen him play in a while. He would enjoy this game, I would imagine.
Oh yeah. Well, he has some time to start catching up, right? The qualifiers on July 10 and 11. Wouldn't mind seeing him back. But okay, big clash in the middle. Is it time? Will William Wallace scream?
That Ancient of War could be a decent help. The ideal scenario, of course, is all your bears get to attack with a better position and the enemy bears don't. But it's very hard to manage when it's just mass melee against mass melee.
We're not getting our Braveheart moment yet. Retreat. Both want the perfect person. And I wonder if Colorful is once again getting impatient. Oh, he's setting up a flank with wisps.
Under attack.
Oh, that's huge. If you can fight with roar against no roar, that is almost unlosable. But it's hard to drain all of the mana from all the bears. They have
That-
been stacking up basically this whole game.
They're definitely trying here. If I look at the Demon Hunter. Moon still has 1 Archer and 1 Shadow Priest. Not the case for Colorful. So when it comes to army min-maxing, Colorful actually a little bit ahead. But Moon is going for the 3rd attack upgrade already, and Colorful is not. Now he is.
Definitely a test of patience here. I would have run in so many times over and just been like, whatever, F it. It's fine.
That doesn't surprise me one bit. Action! We need action! Like the Terminator says. Man,
Now it
roar!
might be, in fact, time to go.
We don't roar anymore, we just redo everything!
Alright, there's the roar by Moon, finally coming in. Alright, Demon Hunter not connecting yet for Moon. Do you see this?
Yeah.
He doesn't get in front to attack anything. And the northern flank is looking way better for Colorful. Wisps now in the back, trying to detonate, trying to dispel. That got rid of the Stroll the Beast here as well. And there's no roar on some of these bears for Moon anymore. That's a big disadvantage. And Moon is losing more and more supply. The Demon Hunter tanked damage in the beginning, then got staffed out. And this is looking way better for Colorful.
My god, this positioning was just gorgeous. Colorful is so good when it comes to these bear fights. There's bears morphing everywhere. The Demon Hunter is packing quite a punch. Roar re-established. And can Moon fight back? Somehow he's collapsed to 60 supply. There's no real front line anymore. The fight is all over the place. But Colorful has a massive supply lead, and that's only growing from this point.
Colorful is gonna win this game here by the looks of things. Oh my god, so many bears still left. 70 supply, 1,000 gold. And Moon gets the comeuppance for trying to play a standard straight up bear mirror. GG called, and we see the reason why Moon has been trying to avoid these situations.
Yeah, he accepted the challenge, but Colorful just so insanely good in this type of game. There was a couple things that Moon did really well. Those multiple wisps in that last fight were so key for Colorful in order to do well. Moon actually had the +3 attack kick in the middle of that last big fight and was there for longer than it was for Colorful, but not having any war on any of his bears here was the big problem in my opinion. Also, I think the concave was set maybe slightly better for Colorful, who didn't have any Forest Troll Shadow Priest like Moon, so that was 2 supply with which he was being a bit more effective with. That's a very scary Night Elf Mirror player here with Demon Bears, and Moon going into that 5th map now really has to ask himself what's the best strategy at this point.
This is so cool right now. The DreamHack Summer Circuit will go down to a best of 5. So far, both players have won their picks, but we're out of picks. This is neutral battleground right now. This is going to be Northern Isles, and this will be the decision in the Asian region between Moon and Colorful. Will we have the first 2-time DreamHack champion since the Reforged launch, or will Colorful claim his first big title, solo title, we gotta say. We take a little bit of a break, give the players a time to breathe, and then we finish this. We're back at DreamHack, everybody. One more map for the championship. Who's gonna follow Happy and Hitman? Northern Isles will conclude DreamHack Summer Open Asia.
Always fun when it ends this way. Only one map to decide. It's been a long circuit, a long season. And here we will find the end, the answer. Who's going to be our champion? Moon or Colorful? I don't know who it's going to be.
Neutral grounds here. When there is a best of 5 and a map is the decider, it means that neither of them picked it in the first 4 maps. So it's supposed to be like the most even map that would be in there. They haven't played a ton in Northern Island in the past. I only found 2 games. One of them was a Demon Naga Bear Mirror, which Colorful won. Big shocker. The other one was a Priestess Mirror, which Moon won without any surprise there. So do we go into another Demon against Priestess showdown here to try and settle this? Does Moon actually give up on trying to play Demon Naga Bear against the player that seems like he's the best at that style by far currently? He's been on an absolute tear recently. Colorful, not just overall, but in Night Elf Mirror in the group stage, he was able to beat Yongi quite convincingly. He's beat Lowlight recently, and now he might be about to beat Moon to really crown himself the king of Night Elf Mirror if that were to happen. So it's for Moon to try and find, a weakness somewhere in the defense of Colorful, and I think his best shot might have to be to play with the Priestess, make the game awkward, expand at some point. Not an easy expansion map, but not the hardest either here on Northern Isle. And that would be, in my opinion, the style that he has the best shot with.
This is gonna be something. We're making DreamHack history right here. The first 2-timer in Moon, or the first title for Colorful. That's the question right here. We're gonna conclude everything about the summer season here on the last map, on map 5, with the 2-2 score on Northern Isles. What's it gonna be? This is so hard to predict now. Will we see Potom? Will we see the push? Will we see a Potom expansion play? Everything is up for grabs here. We got Moon in the bottom left-hand side. We got Colorful in the upper right. The winner claims $2,400 and 600 sweet ESL Pro Tour points for the final in Beijing later this year.
Colorful, he said he doesn't feel too much pressure here, but is it still the same when you're in a game 5 situation? What's going to be the plan? What's going to be the strat? And especially from Moon, the big question was which hero's going to be. And it is the Demon Hunter again. Not trusting in the Potom, at least not on this map.
Isn't that interesting that after losing the Bear Mirror, he goes at least for the same opening. This map, of course, different. Yes, there's only one shop as well. And there's a marketplace, but there's also Zeppelins. And in the hands of Moon, you saw it on Tidehunters. This is a real weapon, even without an attack by itself.
Yeah. Zeppelins can be a big X factor here, can make all the difference in the world. The first thing that Colorful is going to have to identify, and it's going to be interesting for us, is whether there's going to be an expansion by Moon attempted again or not. He's been trying it a whole bunch, but especially on Echo Isles, Colorful prevented it masterfully. And in the meantime, we're going to see a bit of creeping in between, of course. Moon starts off with a circlet. Very good job for him. Colorful wants to stack up this demon as well.
Tame early game. Nobody wants to do any unforced errors. Got a circlet for the Chinese. We got a circlet for the Koreans. So this is as mirrored as it gets. Also going for the Murlocs afterwards. Colorful had a Wisp in the bottom. Seeing the hero choice of Moon, of course, and also the direction where the Demon Hunter goes. And whoo, if I look at this Demon Hunter inventory, that's a very good direction. But both have the perfect drops.
Yeah, that's the double nuts right here. That's pretty crazy, man. That's so rare to see. For the third item, there's a lot of good ones to find, actually, especially Wand of Illusion and Sentry Wards are the prime ones you want to find if you can. And just a fast level 3 creeping of both demons as it seems. And this is looking a lot like Bear Mirror so far. Just straight up Bear Mirror.
Yeah, with the X factor of Zeppelins and maybe red spots, auras, marketplace down the road. We saw a lot of banking, especially by Colorful on map 1. You can put that gold to good use and get maybe a vamp aura for it.
Yeah, that's gonna be a wonderful find to get. There's one chance in the middle at the merchant. Or if you're lucky, it might show up in the marketplace, but that also is a little bit random. First deviation now in movement. Moon, wait a minute. You're gonna creep the middle? No way. You're gonna buy the boots and be aggressive across the map. But Colorful can creep this naturally easy because of the Wand of Illusion. He's gonna get the next big item. Ring of Regen, which also is really nice. Moon has the sentries here for detection. He's gonna get one archer, maybe. But not if there's a perfect block.
Oh, not yet. 2 archers very hurt. This could be a big play by Moon. One goes down. An end snare, a little unfortunate, has a sentry ward, so that is a double kill. And this aggression pays off wonderfully.
That's a big deal, taking out these 2 archers. Is that enough to trigger perhaps an expansion play, one must wonder? As tier 2 is about to finish, and Moon is ahead by a couple of seconds, which can matter for the Naga timing.
Yeah. I think Colorful was wondering the same, was using his wisp, or moving the wisp to the right-hand side. Could also be sniped, of course, as he knows that Moon is going for his expansion now. And there's a little bit of counter-aggression. Being brave with the boots, with the ring.
That ring right now, so amazing for trading. This is a big map, but it can also creep more defensively and not have to contest the middle so much. This could be an opportunity for a keeper, and it is a keeper. Moon with the late game hero, Keeper of the Grove. Colorful with the Naga, and I wonder if he's gonna regret that choice in a second once he realizes he's facing a keeper.
Yeah, Keeper definitely late game choice, and Moon has developed a certain love for Thorn's aura, not only in this matchup, but also versus Orc. And this will be the choice. This is why the Keeper is so good. Good Orb carry, can get some pickups with Entangle as long as there's not enough Dispel, and Thorn's aura is basically a little bit of a weaker Vamp aura. So it can be really, really
Downside
powerful.
of the Keeper, of course, is once there's Dryads out, his Entangle should, on paper, do nothing or close to nothing. Whereas the Naga is always going to be effective, especially early in the first couple of skirmishes. We're also on low mana, she is effective. And of course, she's out sooner. But Moon, with those 2 archer kills, has been able to hold the middle even with no second hero. And now he has it. Now he has Entangle. And we don't have Dispel yet here from Dryads.
Yeah, this is pretty powerful, but can he reach? Demon Hunter has boots. Of course, there's always Frost Arrow to control a little bit, so Colorful disengaging at the perfect time. And the Keeper can't really do too much right now.
Both demons here exchanging a few hits. Moon is taking plenty of damage.
No staff.
Seemed like there was perhaps a couple of high damage rolls. Of course, the Naga right clicks also are quite painful. And we're gonna fall back.
Moon has a lot of eyes in the north. He knows exactly if there's a cheeky expansion plan, but can't really go for that. Tier 3 attacks on both sides. Colorful with early Dryads. Moon was prioritizing the tech by a lot, as it seems. Abolish magic coming, and we fight for the Null Overseer. Vamp Aura the Dream.
Nice play here by Moon with the demon. He's going to slow down the enemy creeping. And this camp does a good amount of damage, by the way. There's going to be more poison spread on the archers. And the Keeper, in the meantime, going to get his level 2. Moon is playing this game really well.
And no surprise that he's opening up the lab in the meantime. Zeppelins, so good. Belt of Giant Strength, couple of stats, but only HP. It's not the end of the world. It's not the, well, the best items here for sure. Naga gotta be a little careful. Still no staff. And Moon on the left-hand side, leveling up the Keeper. Gets a ring, not great, but yeah, an open lab is what he wants.
Honestly, 1 ring on the demon is pretty nice to boost him up to close to 10 armor. Always valuable. We saw earlier those tanky demons being decent. And the shop is gonna come in maybe a little delayed by Moon, but I guess he doesn't have that much gold right now to invest into the orb right away. So the tier 3 tech timing so far hasn't come into play too much, but Moon does not want to give away the second middle camp to the opponent.
Yeah, Moon is blocking his own master training behind a bear. Not sure if that is intentional or perfect. I don't know. So Colorful's master bears are actually faster despite having the later tier 3 tech.
Damage spread on Colorful isn't very thankful. He would love to have just one unit hurt and heal that with Reju, but everything is pretty damaged. This is not very encouraging. If a fight was to break out, a heal scroll would be huge, but neither has picked that up yet. They first want to go into more units, sitting around 40 supply so far.
Master Bear finishes, but Moon has the bear first with the army. Oh, actually pretty much at the same time. So Reju can work. Both have Abolish Magic, of course, to get rid of Roar and Reju as soon as possible. And they're fighting so hard for this Ogre. Flute, by the way, the first drop in the marketplace, so not too interesting of an item. But a very interesting
Moon is running
item.
back to the base right now.
Yeah.
To get the Orb of Venom. If Colorful realizes this, he could commit for the big item maybe, but he doesn't want to risk it. Staffs back the demon, he gets the orb. Moon now has both those items as well. And 50 supply first.
You gotta check upgrades. 0-0 for Colorful. Moon also with the 0-0, but the first defense upgrade is queued. Will he commit? Looks like it. But Colorful quickly disengaging.
That aura, of course, is quite the difference maker here already. And it's only level 1. It's only going to get worse from here. Demon Hunter getting entangled again, taking a lot of damage. Where's the Dispel?
Oops.
No Dispel there. He took a lot of damage, but the good thing is you have lots of Rejuve nowadays. But with the Ancient of War taken out, that might be the middle now going to Moon. Reju was dispelled as well, but there's more where that came from.
Of course there is. Both are getting close to 50, or they are at 50 actually, and they are willing to commit to the fight. We have a Wand of Illusion for Colorful trying to block Moon's bears and take them out. Is there a staff actually? Yes, there is. Has to use it soon, and these illusions, they're gone.
With Detonate, perhaps a little too late, but now he can be used. Oh, wonderful Detonate! Gets rid of so much mana, but there was a Roar after with a new bear, so Roar is active on both sides. Demon dropping low for Moon. Real low. And the staff is on cooldown. Moon has to be careful. He's still got a TP to use. And one bear to the left might be going down. Quite a few bears in trouble now. Entangle coming in again. Who's going to get the upper hand?
Both committing hard to this. Moon with the TP. Can we get some exit kills here? Colorful losing one. We are both are losing that bear actually as a fresh one arrives. And that is the marketplace going to Colorful. This is also a supply lead now. Plus it should be an experience lead. Checking this real quick. Getting closer here, but after the camp for sure. Health Stone it is.
Good item for this demon, making him even more tanky.
Oh my
He's got
god.
some sick HP
Oh
region
my
right
god.
now. Probably
Plus-
doesn't need an invul with that.
Yeah, plus Reju on top. This is just crazy regen.
Score the beast for Moon is pretty unfortunate. That's gonna be a sell. But it's good. Is that level 3 keeper? Oh yes it is. Here we go. Now we're talking. That's a strong aura now.
Thorns Aura 2, indeed. Throwing back the damage the bears and the Demon Hunt to do. Heal Scroll and Protection Scroll for Colorful. Not willing to go into upkeep and push. Not into Moonwells. No. Just rather focus on upgrades. Archer? Oh, well, can be killed, I guess. But Moon? Okay, did rebuy the TP. Was wondering for that. Colorful poking, maybe trying to force the TP and get Moon away from this red spot, and that's working really well.
Colorful has the heal scroll advantage here and protection scroll, but he's going to be fighting against Moonwells. Keep it a little too far forward, but quickly repositioning. Oh my god, the bear's all drained. Ooh. There's no way Colorful can fight this, can he? Staff, demon is safe, and now it's a huge Roar advantage. Moon, this must be his fight. Colorful, he has to get out of here.
Oh man, the Demon Hunter is tanking so much, though. There's still a health stone. Entangle used Demon Hunter, consumes that stone. Moon is losing more bears. I guess this is exactly what Colorful wants here. Moon also with a little bit of healing attacks the archers now to get it out. Staff was used. Demon Hunter's gotta be careful. He has nothing.
Oh my god, how is he taking this fight? That's ridiculous. He doesn't have Roar, but really good target fire. This Demon Hunter
Naga.
putting in work, but the Naga in trouble. Has to TP out. The Demon Hunter on the left, about to drop. The health region might be saving him. Oh my god. This is so close.
I was so sure that Colorful is overcommitting just as he did on Tidehunters. But no, he knows better. When it's about Bear Mirror, never question Colorful. Now supply is
The
even.
demon tanking all that damage, that was really the difference maker. That was a bit of a mistake by Moon. Didn't target properly there. The Demon Hunter, when he has a Hellstone, is the last thing you want to throw.
And now the XP lead is clearly with Colorful. Moon, where do you go from here? Greater mana, not perfect. You want some more healing, but hey, he got enough healing. I think he should be fine with that. And can transform that into a couple of lightnings when the position is right. Moon, Pendant of Energy.
Can be decent, but he sells it. Doesn't trust in the fact that the enemy Dryads will run out of mana. It's also a thing, right? I guess Colorful has to play more Dryads to be able to use Dispel against Entangle, whereas Moon doesn't have to be worried about that.
Checking the marketplace, and there is Scourge Bone Chimes. Will someone bank enough to grab that almost game-winning item? Melee health regen is so good. It's the best in Bear Mirror.
We start the fight with no roar on either side. There we go. Cast now at the same time. Colorful gonna TP out. This is second TP in quick succession as all bears survive. No casualties from this little skirmish. That's the next camp going to Moon. And he's banking. And you mentioned it, Marketplace. It might be time for those Scourge Bone Chimes. But first, Zeppelin.
Zeppelin first. He's fighting back. He's clawing back into this game. Oh, Color. Did you see it? It was nighttime, but of course Ultravision. He sees it now. Ooh, that was a big one.
Moon is in a good position. He can always threaten the drop, and he knows Colorful has to play passive, and he can just bank, get upgrades and bank, and maybe even sneak in a red camp, but Colorful also with a great read. He knows this might be happening. He's checking for it. The Demon Hunter, oh my god, if he gets surrounded here, but never mind.
Not really, no. Focus fire on the Zeppelin is good. Moon's gotta be careful, but yeah, his Zeppelin control is off the charts.
Colorful absolutely has to go for his own Zeppelin to follow the opponents around and make sure you're not gonna get blindsided.
Okay, where do we go from here?
This often has a weird position. Both at 50, both have a Zeppelin. At least there's still creeps on the map, and there's some big camps left.
The beauty of Bear Mirror, exactly. The red spots especially. Really good auras can drop here. Demon Hunter level 4, unwilling to commit to the Magnetor Reaver. 2 and 1 upgrades for Colorful. Moon parking some army in the main. Goes for the 3rd attack upgrade already.
I have a second orb yet, by the way. This is going to be another big damage increase. Staff home on the demon. One Demon Hunter is not enough to deal with this. The Naga is going to have to TP home before too long. Wait a minute. She doesn't have a TP. Wait a minute. Colorful, did you miscalculate this? That's 5 bears right there.
Okay, if he hugs the tree early, get some shots out like this. Might...
Dude, that was risky. Imagine if Moon commits there.
You have to take risks against Moon, apparently. How beautiful is this map, by the way? It's absolutely gorgeous. Now, Dryads are here. Moon's still dropping. Is he committing to the tree, or does he just want to do some damage? Roar used. A little bit of staffs as well, but yeah, Colorful's army isn't fully here yet.
They could take out the Entangled pretty easily. Normally. Mass repair against it. Demon Hunter doesn't have a TP. The TP is on the Keeper. He's going to have to use it here before too long. Staff out on the Demon. And he gets the kill on the Entangled. One bear does go down.
Oh my god. Moon always gets his target when he's going for gold mines. It's unbelievable. It doesn't really matter what matchup. It doesn't matter if 12 wisps are there to repair this. He just knows exactly how much damage he needs and how long he has to stay. And now he's getting the red spot.
I think also this timing into upkeep by Moon is good. He wants to secure this camp for himself with a big army. Colorful also going into upkeep, but a little bit later on the trigger with that. Magnetor Reaver not dead yet. Can Colorful arrive in time? He's been scouted. He kind of walked into the creeps, or did Moon force that perhaps? I'm not sure. Moon's gonna get the big item. Hood of Cunning. Not what he wanted, but level 4 Keeper as well.
Okay, there is no TP, right? Nope. Demon Hunter a little bit in trouble, needs to be staffed out immediately, and Moon is losing yet another bear.
Yeah, so that's 2 bears traded, kind of, for a gold mine. It's pretty even, honestly, but also Moon got the red camp. He's going to the middle. He's got lots of gold. Too much gold to go into units. He's low lumber. That smells a lot like Scourge Bone Types. Are they still in? He's not looking! He's trying to get the heal scrolls.
He still has 1,000 gold.
A player's forces are under attack.
Heal scroll, protection scroll, second heal scroll still in. Colorful's gonna get that one.
Oh, entangle here. Can he force something? Not really. 3-2 on Moon. About to be 2-3 on Colorful. Moon is breaking upkeep.
Is he forgetting about the marketplace?
He had the time. He had the gold. He had the vision earlier.
Demon level 4 now as well. The hero levels are equal. Alright, now he's gonna see the marketplace. We don't have it in anymore! The Scourge Bone Chimes rotated out!
Oh, wow. Got the lion horn instead. It's a very good one as well.
Forces are under attack.
Basically, almost a permanent protection scroll that can't be dispelled. Might be worth it, but at the moment it's an arms race for 80 supply.
Hippogriff coming. For a moment I was like, wait a minute, fairies? Are you serious? But no. Just one hippo.
With the amount of redo, fairies might actually be worth it.
Dude, could they actually be? That would be so nuts. It might actually not be a bad idea. 1 or 2 fairies, also against the roar and stuff. But it is, of course, rather pricey. Maybe better to just go into more bears, more upgrades.
Well, we're almost out of upgrades. Both of them have 1 left. Moon at 75. Colorful at 65. He shouldn't be able to take this fight, man, but it's Colorful, so who knows?
Next heal scroll for Moon. He was patient. 80 supply bear mirror with a keeper level 4. This should not be winnable at all on paper.
The Naga buy something? Maybe one of illusion, right?
Yeah.
Can be really good. Can be really good. 1,600 gold is left in the mine, or 1,500 now. 600 only for Moon. Thanks to that 1 kill, of course, Colorful is mining a little longer.
3-2 bears against 2-3 bears.
22-minute no rush is about to come to an end as we gather the big forces in the middle. He has a weapon against a possible, or against a Zeppelin. He has the wisps ready, and Moon again, 2 archers. These 2 archers could be a bear.
At this point in the game, maybe having 1 or 2 archers is not that bad, because there's such a huge front line anyways. Maybe some bears can't attack. Alright, marketplace, what we got? Cadmus Pipe.
Are you thinking about it?
Not that good. I think he has enough rejuve as it is. Alright, in we go. The big bear front line. The southern side looks better for Moon. The top flank looking better for Colorful. He's getting a nice surround there on 1 bear. That one staffed out right away.
And so important that the Demon Hunter by Moon is connecting so much better than on Echo Isles. There's of course more room here. Moon has to rearrange the bears quite a bit, and the northern side is about to collapse as well. 58 supply against 78 though. Looks like Moon is going for a second DreamHack championship.
Wonder of Illusion trying to buy time, trying to confuse, but these illusions die so quickly. Oh, the Zeppelin taken out! 3 bears dizzy. There could be more kills now for Colorful Moon. Suddenly this fight perhaps not looking so good anymore, but man, the supply is speaking a very clear language.
Yeah, Colorful can't
Fog
connect.
Lightning coming in as well, but Moonson has so much left.
Oh,
Big heal scroll.
Yeah, exactly. Colorful, they can't go through this wall of bears. Level 5 on the Keeper. And this is just the last straw, I guess. 37 supply. Demon Hunter is going down, and Moon is the DreamHack Asia Champion of the Summer.
After a very close series, he looks absolutely relieved. And that game was like a message. I will not give up on Bear Mirror. I have to at least win one game with it to prove that I'm the best out there. And he does just that yet again.